Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all, so keep slipping my camera. Okay, sorry about that, my delicious babies. I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious wherever you are in the world. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads. Oh, you're still shining bright. Okay, now good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world, and that life is also treating you most wonderfully. Okay, so the t-shirt I got on today, everybody, is angel. Okay, so we must always think of the angels, okay, because the angels do exist, as you all very well know. Who are so very kind to even take the time to even listen to my videos, okay? I believe in the angels, okay, as I am a qualified angelic healer. Do you see what I'm saying? So, of course, I believe in this, okay? And really, others should believe in them as well and not listen to the crap that some other Satanists may dish out, okay? Now then, my little babies, so the sun is shining, so it's a beautiful day, okay? In our part of the old UK, it may differ in other parts of the old UK, okay? Now then, if you do like the video today, if you could please click on the like, and thank you very much, okay? Now then, can I please just say please and thank you, okay? Now then, so just a few things, I just want to say today, really, okay? Because I haven't been, looking through as many videos as what I normally would, so I'm going to get back to it later on this evening, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so first of all, I've got to say this while it's on my old noddle, okay? I was just looking at this shorts video, because I had my juicy and delicious little shower, okay? I always love my shower, you know what I mean? I just love to have a wash, do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes, scrub it up, dub, okay? And I thought, well, blow dried me old hair, and then I thought to myself, right, I thought I'm just going to have a little look, before I come on the camera. I did myself a beautiful cream coffee. So I'm just going to have a sip, please, and thank you. Delicious, okay? And it was just in America, okay? It's all right. I have got my beautiful and delicious dear little friend Kaz. She's came again today because the sun is shining, see, so it's lovely to get out in the garden. So would you like to say hello, my beautiful dear little friend Kaz?
Good morning.
Good
afternoon.
Yeah. And I hope you and your beautiful dear family, they've gone out to the cinema today, haven't they, the pictures?
Just to watch,
yeah, and yesterday to the farm, so, because I've got the little grandbabies, Mermaid, little mermaid, yes. Anyway, so my beautiful dear little Kaz, I mean, she may decide to have some, something to say, and she's bought some delicious plantain today, before I say what I wanted to say, and some beautiful, because it's Jamaican, you see, ackee and saltfish. So, we shall be having some delicious food, okay? So, because everybody knows that my favourite foods is, of course, me English, Chinese, Jamaican. Do you see what I'm saying? I will eat other, do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me. I'm very easily pleased. Do you know what I'm saying? But because I do not eat meat, I've got nothing against anybody who eats meat. I'm quite happy to season. I did it yesterday for you, didn't I, sweet? Yes? I'm quite happy and I season the meat and do all these things. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But I just like my fish. You know what I mean? Fish, don't I? Fish, salad, spuds, vegetables. I just love all this sort of thing. But no, I'll eat anything, mate. Very easily, please. Okay? I do, don't I? And of course, when I used to eat meat, I used to, my beautiful dear little friend Kaz, she does she's a brilliant cook anyway, whether it's bacon or savoury, but she did a banging chicken, rice and peas, let me tell you. You can always tell the difference to something that's homemade compared to when it's like, done outside, like a takeaway or something like that. There's nothing like home cooking. Not at all, okay? So anyway, so just thought I'd mention that anyway. So we look forward to our Aki's saltfish and planting, okay? Anyway, so thank you, my delicious, beautiful, dear little friend Kaz. Anyway, let me get back to this now. So I just watched his little shorts videos. I'm pretty sure it was in America. And your man there, he was going round with a $20 bill. And he was asking in a supermarket, all different man and woman, okay? It's only a little short video. And he said, I'll give you $20 if you can tell me who Jesus Christ is. And out of everybody, you never believe this, honestly, my beautiful dear little friend Cass, my beautiful delicious little babies out there, you never believe, nobody
didn't know.
Yes, nobody wanted to. No, it's not that they just didn't want to talk about it. It's almost as if, and even when you looked at them, and this is where looks can be most deceiving, because you would have thought that many would have believed in our beautiful dear Jesus Christ, but no. They just said, when he asked, they just went no and just carried on walking. There was one woman, so funny with a flipping trolley, this older woman, she just looked at him like this. I just walked straight past. So in the end, he got one woman, and then he said, right, I'll give you $20 if you can tell me who Jesus Christ is. So she said who our beautiful dear Jesus Christ was, okay? Then he said, brilliant, there's $20. And he said, I'll give you another $20. He said, if you could give us a saying what dear Jesus Christ said when he was on the cross.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And she gave that, and he went, there we go, brilliant, you get another $20. Do you see what I'm saying? But she was the only one
Who knows?
out of
all of them.
Anybody. No, because they just simply, they just went no. No, it wasn't about that. When you looked at their body language and how they felt about it. So this is why I'm saying to you that this is where the world's changing, like where others believed, for most they would believe in God, or they have their own God, like I believe in my own God, and I believe that, we're very lucky to be breathing. I'm not preaching religion, I'm just saying, okay? But it showed me, just by looking at that tiny shorts video, that it's like a lack of faith. And I would have said that this is mainly to do with the past 3.5 years.
Yeah. Because
they've got no faith. I mean, it's like, the same, well, where's God? Where's our dear God when we needed to, do you see what I mean? I mean, it's not the first time that I've heard this, You can have delicious little babies out there, like over the decades, where they say, say if they've lost their dear loved ones, they've lost so many, and then they say, I believed in God, I read the Bible, I've done everything, and why must this be happening to my family, or things like this, yes? So, drawing a conclusion to that shorts video, it was very interesting to see how some mannerisms have changed. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. I mean, like I said, I believe in my own God. Of course I do. Do you know what I mean? I believe he's beautiful, and beautiful dear Jesus Christ, our beautiful dear angels, and my beautiful dear spirit guides. I believe in all of this. But what it is, it's like they were trying to train us, to take us away from that, and to take us away. And the same with nature. I've been saying for decades, haven't I? You said the same thing about nature. They want to take you away from that. I mean, remember a couple of months ago when we did a video, yourself and myself, my beautiful dear little friend Kaz, and I was talking about the film Pretty Woman, where you got a businessman, he's got all the ka-ching, that you could ever possibly want, pounds, shilling, pence, dollars and change, but he was always dressed in a whistle and flute, very serious, everything was about making ka-ching. But somebody came into his life and it was totally different to him, and said, and then in the end he sort of took his shoes and socks off, he seen the grass and went and had a walk in the grass. And that's what I believe that they've been really working on and spending all their time doing, is to bring us away. But I've said it before, and I say it again, we've been flipping enslaved, flipping big times. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You've got so many who have got debt problems. You've got so many who have got all of these different issues. My delicious little babies, okay? And me personally, I find the whole thing sad. I find it all putrid. You know, that one's, God love them, and some have got 2 jobs that they're going out to work just so that they can, you know, just so that they can make ends meet to live. Now, this leads me on to say, and so I just thought I'd mention that, my delicious little baby. It's just something I just wanted to mention, okay? Now, the next thing I want to say, I was looking at, he's called Maya 2C or Maya 2C, however one wants to pronounce. And it's spelled, his first name is Mahyar. I do advertise him from time to time. God bless him, not in that way, okay? Maya 2C, he's on, you'd only need to type it into the old space bar. Do you see what I mean? In YouTube, my delicious babies. Now, I've seen a latest one of his videos this morning, which was uploaded some hours ago, God bless him. And anyway, and what it was, and this is your other man there. He's somebody, what's his flipping name? He's working for another party in the old UK. Oh, we're flipping, it's for us. Anyway, please do not worry about it, my delicious babies. It'll go back to normal in a moment. There we go, okay? It just does that for some reason. Anyway, and it's slipping again, so... Anyway, not to worry, sweet. Anyway, this Richard Tass, that's it, his name's Richard Tass. He happened to be talking to some, I cannot remember whether they were legal immigrants or illegal immigrants, and this is in London now, okay? Now, according to this, and wait till you listen to this, my beautiful dear little friend Cash, yes, now beautiful dear delicious little babies out there. He was talking to this particular immigrant, yes? And he said, oh, you know, what are you feeling that he's wrong, you know, because they wanted to come outside, was, you know, sat outside. And bear in mind, my delicious little babies, okay, we have to see what's being created here. We have to see how this was rocking and rolling, okay, with all of the legal immigrants coming in and all the illegal, and this is going on all over the world, okay? Yes, because they're wanting to mix things up, aren't they? Yeah. To change who we all are, okay? So we know what's going on, as well as the military side of it and different things. There we are. So you have to look at all these things, yes? But yes, we have been invaded. No thanks to all of our putrid governments all over the world, okay? But we have to look at what's going on in others' lives as well, okay? Some are here, you know, simply do not want to be here, but there's reasons for this, okay? And others do want to be here, and they want to cause, very sadly, other problems, you know, and it's especially, I said the other day, I'm going to say it again, going on in America. You know, you got very sadly them selling drugs and generally just causing mayhem, okay? But when Richard Tass, of course, you know, I don't trust that party either. That's just me personally. My delicious little babies. But when he was asking them, now bear in mind, they're in a hotel, right? They're in a hotel, okay? So they're getting their 3 square meals a day.
Wow.
They've been given, you know, for clothing and so forth, and mobile dog and burns and things like this, and they get paid £8 a week. Now, apparently, the rooms where it accommodates 2, okay, well, according to your man there, the migrant, this migrant who Richard Tice was speaking to, he said that he does not feel that the hotel room is large enough. So they have their own bathrooms. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. Now, if we take a look at, let's just say, when it was COVID, well, our putrid governments, well, all of a sudden, they wanted to, help the beautiful dear homeless. Do you remember? Yes, they wanted everybody off the streets because of the old pandemic. Yeah. All of my delicious little babies out there, delicious dear little friend Cash, yes? Yeah. But then as soon as COVID
Okay.
was off the cards. So, you know, we're not really hearing about this. You know, like I said, it's a common cold.
Yeah.
Okay, the real weapon, I've said it before on other videos, I'm going to repeat it once again, is the old jab, 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 jibby jab, flipping snake oil. Okay, that's the real. Okay, but of course, God bless anybody who's taken this experimental. But it was put out into the world when we never had flu for 2 years, did we? Never had a common cold, because that's all it flipping well was. But you tell somebody that's something, and they believe it. God love them. And a lot of it, and you would have heard this yourself, my beautiful dear little friend Cass, oh sorry, excuse me, my delicious little babies, it was to do with travelling. Okay, I'll get on to that in a moment. Anyway, let's get back to this anyway, because I heard another video this morning from Jeff Barr's Cars. Anyway, and he's from Birmingham, you know, in the UK, the same as myself. Anyway, and, anyway, this Richard Tass, and he was saying, well, what is it, you know, he says, well, do you like the food in the hotel? So your man there said, your migrant man there, he said, oh, yes, they like the food. Yes, they like the food. Said, well, you know, do you like your accommodation? Said, yes. Said, well, we just want it larger. Now, when we look at how many homeless, because as soon as all this was over, we ended up, God bless, with the homeless back on the street. Look what's been going on in America. The way that God love them, that they're having to live as well. God love anybody who's living on the streets,
Well,
do you see?
Pick up the migrants, put them in a
hotel,
but not look after their own.
But not look after our own.
Exactly.
So anyway, and all you can hear out this Richard Tass's flipping trap, his gob. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm sorry that you felt. Well, maybe he needs to go around the streets and our other flipping putrid politicians go around our streets and talk to our dear, beautiful, dear little homeless who are there for one reason or another. Okay? Does he say sorry to them delicious little poor little babies? Sorry. Does he say sorry to those who are on the streets? Very sadly, for a lot of them, to do with drugs, to do with, you know, alcohol, to do with. Do you see?
It's temptation. Because what it is at the end of the day, when you open an alcohol place, obviously it's for them to spend their money in there to keep drinking.
But it's not getting to the heart of the problem. It's like, I've done it myself, you know, you'll go up to a beautiful dear homeless, right? Because I believe we're all living and breathing beings, okay? Yeah. Now, some, due to circumstances, for whatever that may be, what has led them into the situation of being on the streets. The thing is, all you really feel that you can offer, if you've got a little bit of change, or, you know, to offer them a sandwich, I've done that many times before, or going to a shop and getting something, yes. But it's not, but really, it's not getting to the heart of the problem.
Because what it is, the problem is still there.
That's right.
And what it is at the end of the day, I know they said that Prince of the Wales, he was in it because he put money into it. Because the Christmas when, you know, nobody didn't get no food, he got everybody off the streets to get some food. And I thought to myself, well, if you can do that and you got the money to do it, this, you know, why is it that the Buckingham Palace got so many ratty rooms?
That's right, yes. I've said this long time, months ago. Sorry to really interrupt you, my delicious, beautiful, dear little friend Cash. Didn't I, my delicious little babies, for those of you so kind to follow me out there? God love you. How I love you also. And I love you, my beautiful, dear little friend Cash.
Everybody paid their tax.
Look how many rooms they could... and look at these other abandoned mansions that are here, there and everywhere that they could...
Put them in there.
To help them.
Yeah, because what is, you don't have to put them in a hotel, have to pay how much thousands of pounds each day. You can find a place, you know, and put them in.
You know, I've got sorry, sweet, I'm just going to say, sorry to really interrupt you again, my delicious babies, delicious little friend. Do you know what I've got, even before I just say, cooking the books? I just got the words cooking the books.
Well,
Do you see what I'm saying to you? This is all part of the, which we know anyway, but anyway, just
I feel sorry
just
for them
feel like they
because
just
some of
wanted
them-
to remind everybody out there.
Some of them, right,
Delicious little babies.
they collect money, yes. But I get a feeling they collect this money for people who send them out to do it.
Yeah.
And then go back, because mainstream sold them go collecting money and then they pick up them in a van.
Yes.
And I thought, hang on a minute, I thought they put that money for themselves to buy little chips and things that apparently they're feeding other. I thought, wait a minute, it's getting out of control.
It's right, it is out of control, well out of control.
People are making money out of people who's desperate.
Sorry, excuse me.
And they have to give them that money every day, what they can make out of it. And I'm sorry, I don't give no. They come up, you know, like the traffic lights, and they come up to the traffic lights, you know, Carla.
Oh yes, yeah, but they've been doing that for.
But this time they have a cup holder.
Yeah.
And have something around their neck.
Oh yes, and that goes on a lot on the dual carriageways and everything. Yeah.
And what it is, right? They come and say, they knock on the window and say,
"Have you got?"
Or they say the one. I said, me, I'm just ignorant. Me, I don't care. Right? They say, I said, you spray one juice out of that. I mean, that's I clap you. Trust me, right? And they don't. And then the one lady returns them. We have not said, yes, you do have money. You give to them people. The people who you're working for now.
But the thing is, this is what I'm saying, but it's not.
And you know what she turned around and told me?
Yes, go on.
She turned around and she said, that's right. We have to pay them. I said, pay them what? What do you have to pay them? Are you living in their places or whatever? She said, no. So what are you paying them for?
But my point is, it's not getting to the heart of the problem. But when I was listening to your man there, Richard Dice, with your man there, the migrant, yes? To me, the way I heard it, it's a complete pee-take. Big times. Do you see what I'm saying, Jamaica, little babies, yes? When I'll go back to it again, they're not looking after our own or in any other country.
No, because
so
it's really bad, Carl.
It is really bad, yes.
Even the men who went to war or they're in the
That's
army,
right, our own veterans and everything.
They're supposed to look after them.
And half of them, God love them, end up with PTSD and
they're on the streets.
Alcoholism, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, because they're traumatised.
You know, Liddles?
Yes. I know it, yeah.
Down Kingsbury Road.
I know.
All right. There's a war veteran guy there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, is he still there?
And that's still, I didn't know.
Yeah, I always give something. Yeah. Whenever I'm around.
You don't ask him, you just have to,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said to him,
yeah.
You bring that on? He said, but don't do that. He says, love. They said they would do this for us.
And they do it.
And they don't.
They don't do anything.
And he said, he hasn't eaten nothing.
Yeah.
For a couple of days. I said, oh my God. I see that hungry. So
nobody should do that.
It's
a beautiful baby, isn't there?
I put in £3.
Yeah.
And I said, this man hasn't ate for a couple of days. I said, come on, everybody, you can go in there, go do shopping, put little pound in there.
Yeah.
I call her, because I open my mouth.
Yes.
They put in pound in his thing.
That's right, yeah.
And when I came out, he said, he came and he hugged me up.
Yes.
And he said, love, I love you. I said, what happened? Because I went till I got some shopping. He said, how much I picked on since you got in here? I said, no. Yeah. He said, £50. I said, there you go. Now you can buy your food for the week.
And just getting some food, or maybe even get, I don't know if they still do it now, but like a little bed and breakfast for about 15 quid, or something, just so he can get a wash, God love him.
Yeah, because he said, right,
do you say?
He's going up to the place there, and he says, he said it was about £20 for the week, because he's homeless, they only charge.
Is it the YMCA you're talking about?
I think so. Are
you on about the one on Reservoir Road?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he said that he only had to pay £20 for the week. Yeah. And then they give him, he said he give them £20 for food for the week.
Yes.
And he said, oh God, can I have a bit of a rest?
See,
but
if you look at it, we have to look the other side of the scale here. You know, like, I mean, they must feel, God love them, and any homeless, God bless them all, God bless you all, wherever you are in the world, my beautiful little babies. But they must feel, in their minds, they must feel very, that it's very degrading for them to be in that position as well.
Yeah.
So when you hear, getting back to this, when you hear what's going on, and I mean, it's like a one big slap in the flipping Bertress. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, I mean, I was glad that Maya Tusi put that out, okay? So God bless you, Maya. Not in that way. But at the same time, and this is not the first time I've been hearing this with other videos, it's a flipping damn cheek of things. But the thing is, but this is what causes a conflict, because it pees others off. Do you see what I'm saying? But I do not believe that Richard Das in another party. So it's nothing personal, my delicious little babies, but I've said about all these parties, they're all the bloody damn well saying. They'll tell you what they want you to hear.
We don't have the money to give them. We don't have it because what is the things what's going on now, because food's gone up to 19%. Right? 19%.
Yes.
Food has gone up, Carla.
Yes.
That we can't come to the point by end of next year we won't be able to afford food again.
Yeah.
Because nobody can't buy it.
You see, what it is, it's, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. It's where, you know, the ones who rule the world, okay, and the cute little lackeys, it's where they just want to box us all in. Yeah. And I've been saying this long time. It's like box. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, to put us all in a position. And then, of course, they seem to absolutely love it.
Of course.
That everybody's, you know, will be arguing with one another and things like this. But to me, I say the same thing that I said when we was doing our video yesterday and when I've said it over the months, and I'll say the same thing again. You see, they need to take a look at themselves. Do you see what I mean? That they need their own healing, and I'm going to keep saying it now. You know, we should be able to turn things, there we are, there we go, turn things around somewhere. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But yes, an interesting little video. Now let me just change now to another video. So I was listening to Jeff Bar's Cars, okay? Now he's got, and he's got a friend of his who does another YouTube channel. And his friend, God bless him, is called Lee, and God bless anybody who very sadly. Now, because Lee, apparently, I personally have not seen this the first time I've heard. I have not seen myself personally Lee's channel, but due to what he does and his channel, he travels a lot, okay? So during the old, you know, the old COVID, the old pandemic, okay? Because of his travelling, he listened to everything what the government, our putrid government, said in the old UK. Listened to everything what they said. Well, I presume this one's in the UK. Well, very sadly, he ended up having a heart attack, and he's got a blood clot.
Oh dear, that's
no,
bad.
I should imagine he's not, that doesn't mean no, by the way, my delicious babies. Well, I should imagine he's pretty young, he's not...
They have to do a serious operation, do you?
Well, the thing is, you know, because our dear Jeff who buys cars, yes, that on his YouTube video, not in that way, and his dear little wife, Jeff's dear little wife, she's a carer, God bless her. Do you know what I mean? Yes, and she goes and helps, God bless them both. Anyway, well, he said, you know, if we could all just, do you know what I mean, just send our kind thoughts, okay, you know, that Lee gets better. But the point is that, you know, we get back to this again, you know, when the poor delicious little babies out there, for those, yes, who listen to what they were being told. Do you see? And now look at how Lee now has ended up now. And this was all to do with, because like I said, one of the main things, and I even met many, and they said, oh, well, all I want to do is travel. Do you see? So what are they going to do? They're going to take the jab, 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 jibby jab, the flipping snake oil, just to travel.
Just to travel.
But little did they realise, God love them all, that there is
a trick. It's tricked.
Yeah.
Tricked. That's a shame, really.
But please, if you was to take a listen as well, my delicious little babies out there, you know, just a little bit of time out of your day or night, whenever you're free. Just one second, please, dear Kaz. If you could please go on to, you just type it into the old space bar, Jeff with a Geoff, Bars Cars, and that's his like, you know, but he's very worried about his dear friend. Do you see? But he's also concerned as well, the same as many other YouTubers and on other platforms, of what you can say and what you cannot say, so you have to be. But sorry, dear Kaz, what was you going to say, my little sweetie?
What I was saying is, right, before they go on holiday, here, do they have to take any injections before they go? Because you can find that out.
Well...
But if they don't, then it doesn't reach to the blooming, you know, to the place there. Well, to the end, so you have to take a jab. That's been tricked to get their money.
Yes, but I feel blessed. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I felt truly blessed, which I have, that I've been on many holidays, and I feel truly blessed, you know, because you can go and experience different parts of the world, different cultures, different things, yes? But let me tell you, not for love nor money, no ka-ching, no nothing, is nothing going in my body. Not a chance, okay? They're not putting nothing in my body, okay? So if I have to stay put for however long it is, then that is what I am going to do. I'm not going to jeopardise my house for these putrid governments.
Yeah, you could go to Blackpool.
Yeah, it will, yeah.
You could go to Bournemouth.
It's all right for a day.
Bournemouth and everything. You could go for a day.
You could go to Wales.
Wales, yeah.
Where you can go by the seaside, Weston-super-Mare, what's it called? Breen. Stratford-upon-Avon, that's a lovely one.
Nice place.
Where else? Margate.
Barry Island.
There we are, Barry Island. Isle of Wight, Isle of Man.
Yeah.
You know, so we got plenty of different places to go. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Well, yes. Well, Cornwall's a bit of a dicey subject, isn't it, really?
Devon,
but you know, but the point is if somebody was to say to me, well, here's your choice, Carla. Either take the jab, 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 jibby jab snake oil, and you can go, you know, all over the world. Not a chance. I ain't touching nothing. Nothing's coming into my body, let me tell you. But of course, you know, I seen this, God bless, didn't I? My beautiful dear little friend, because I seen this from the flipping get-go. Do you see what I mean? And I thought, you know what? I thought you're flipping, conniving, scheming little slivery little flipping snakes in the grass, lower than the snake's belly. You know, to not let anybody know about these experimental. Do you understand what I mean? That is illegal. It is against the law. To do that, what they've done.
And it's wicked to know.
But it's all coming out in all different parts.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Well, not really. Not when you think that, God bless the beautiful dear little souls out there. They're not connecting it now. Some, I've said it on another one of our videos, like some, God bless them, very sadly, you know, days after having the old, you know, it could be 24 hours or 7 or 8 days or 2 weeks or, do you see what I'm saying? And very sadly, God love them and God love their dear families, you know, and their dear selves, they passed away. You've got others who then, so many months down the line, they've been injured. Because that's what it is. It's an injury, okay? It's entered the body and it's not done what they said it would do. In fact, it's done quite the opposite, okay? There we are. So the thing is, you've got that side of things and you've got others where it could take 1 year, 2 years, maybe 3 years. But what the general idea was, and that's why I said they were doing it at different ages, I said exactly what the flipping crack was here, do you see? And the thing is that now it means that, say somebody comes down poorly, and I've been hearing it big times, they're just not connecting it to this.
Oh, they wouldn't.
They're just not connecting it. You got others, God bless, who do not wish to talk about it, just like on Jeff Barr's cars. He said that his friend Lee he doesn't want to talk about that side of things, because very sadly he was, and like millions of others, God bless them all, were very sadly conned into this putridness. Do you see? But it's happening at different stages, and others, God bless, either they're not wanting to connect it, or for others they genuinely do not feel. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it could be genuinely where they feel, oh, well, maybe it's my time, or maybe something. Do you see what I mean? But without connecting it, okay? And then you've got others who simply do not want to accept. It's the acceptance that they're not wanting to accept, okay? There we are, that they've been obviously duped, okay? Very sadly. And then you've just got others where they've connected it, but they know it's too late. There we are. But, I mean, you have got the ones who have been injected with the saline, which is, I mean, I'm no doctor, everybody, and I'm no nurse to my delicious little babies, yes, and neither would I want to be with what they've done over the decades, okay? I'm not saying that every single nurse on the planet or every single doctor has not tried to help. I'm not saying that. But for most, they've been taught and trained, there we go, again, the wrong way. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? And that is not good, okay? And of course, it needs to be pointed out. Do you see? But to me, well, I said it before and I say it again, I do not like to be the bearer of bad news, my delicious, beautiful, dear little friend Kaz, and my delicious, beautiful little babies out there. But the plain fact is, there we are, for I even see it, is that we're going to be hearing, there we go, lots more. I've been saying it. So I'm not saying it to depress, and God bless anybody who very sadly has taken this. Like I said, you have the ones where something was put in the old, arm, which appeared to be rather harmless. There we are. Then you had the other, which you had very sadly the flipping real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Very serious indeed. Yeah. My delicious little babies, do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, let me just go on to the next one. So the next one here is, and God love them all, and if we could all just please just say our prayers and send out our, very kind thoughts to anybody who has very sadly found themselves in this situation, or their families. It's just so very, very, very sad. And my heart goes out to all of them. So please, if we could just, keep everybody in our thoughts, because I do not believe that this is the time, well, actually at any time really, to have the blame game or say, oh, well, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that. Well, we've got to go past that stage, because what's done is done. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. I mean, I know that I've seen over the past few years where you have had a bit of negativity, you have got some on other videos, shall we say, where, they're very quite happy to say rather nasty things about anybody who's taking the old jab, jibby jab, snake oil, okay? And they say, oh, it serves them right and everything like this, because obviously what's gone on here is that you also had your ones who had taken the old jab, jibby jab, where there was going against anybody who did not, okay? So we can see where that stemmed from. But the point is that to say, oh, well, it serves you right, I think it's very, to me, I feel that that's really, there we are, rather nasty.
Cruel.
It is, it's very nasty and it's very cruel, and really it needs to stop, because what they must remember as well, what comes out of their flipping traps and gobs, yes, the ones who say these things, yes, is that words are spells, and karma, and this is not swearing, I'll say it once again, I've said it on certain videos, karma's one bitch.
Huh?
Do you see what I'm saying? So when you keep projecting, do you know what I mean? It's like vomiting it out and saying these nasty things. Do you see what I'm saying to you? One must always be very, very careful here. Use their noddle, because they may very well find themselves where they're not very well. It could be something that happens in their lives, or something, or to one of their dear loved ones. I do not wish, there we go, I do not wish nothing like that, but, must be very careful. Because, you know, for those delicious little babies out there who very sadly have taken, and they know they've made a mistake, God bless them. For the ones who do know, and they put a stop to it, no more jab, 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 jibby jab, snake oil, yes? And then you got the ones who continuously get boosted, okay? All we can say is, because that's what we have to say, sorry, is God bless. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes, they know not what they do. But, you know, to me, to come out with those, I feel, very vile words, well, I'm not a liking. I do not like things like that. I will still hug anybody who has very sadly taken what they've taken. You know, you cannot just treat them like a leper because of the choice that they made. You cannot do that. It's wrong. Otherwise, you're going back decades and decades and decades and decades in time. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, where if somebody had something wrong, we'll keep away from them. It should not be like that. Should it, my beautiful dear little friend Kaz? Should not be like that at all. If somebody's made a choice and they felt that they were doing the right thing, that their country, whatever country they were in, UK or otherwise, and they felt that, well, for their own health or well-being or holidays, that they must take it. Well, that was their choice to do so. But to sort of come out with nasty words, oh, it serves them right. I hope they die. Oh gosh, some of the videos that I've seen over the, you know, the start of all of this, oh gosh, was very nasty. Very nasty indeed. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, very nasty. And I just thought, but why? Why are you, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but it's just the anger, isn't it? I mean, you do get others who get rather frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because they're frustrated. You know, why can others not see who it is that we can see, for those of us who know? Do you see? But it's, to me, it's a very long process. And like I said before, I say it again, someone, God bless them, will never learn. They will just continue to follow the route, you know, follow the rules, sorry. But for others, they know it was, there we go, it was a mistake. God love them, the old jab, 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 jibby jab. Just so sad. I just find the whole thing so sad. I really feel that, well, for what they flipping named us, I really feel that humanity has well and truly been tested big times. I really genuinely feel that, you know. Okay? So now let me just go on to the next thing, yes? So our hearts must go out. Now this is on YouTube, my delicious babies. So if you could please tap into the old space bar. And it is, right, the uploader, okay? If you was just to please and thank you, tap in Risen Africa, okay? RISEN Africa, Risen Africa, two separate words. He has 130,000 subscribers, and the video that you're looking for is why Africa went mute on Gaddafi. So I should just repeat that once again, my delicious babies. Why Africa went mute on Gaddafi. Okay, my delicious babies, and that's on YouTube. You don't have to tap in, like I said, please and thank you, my delicious babies. Risen Africa, okay? And it just gives you a brief. Now, throughout the months, I have talked about Gaddafi, you know, I mean, God bless, I mean, the way he came to his passing was not very nice at all. It was really awful, actually, what they did, okay? But it's just where they simply went against him. Let me just close my book over there, okay? So that's the end of that. So, but where they just went against him, when all he wanted to do, you know, he wanted to have his own you know, like currency, like gold backed and everything, and things like this, yes. And well, it just ended up, he was in an appalling situation. And even where you had other countries, you know, who were very sadly went against him as well, when really the one at the heart of it was America. Do you see? But then they wanted to set others.
Well, they wanted him dead, really.
Well, yes, but look how Libya ended up. You know, where he was getting all this. Jesus, I mean, I'm not saying that any that that he was perfect, or I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, well, number one, he did not deserve to pass away the way he did. No, he did not, and. Number two, look at the chaos it caused in Libya, in the country.
Oh yeah, it did.
Do you see? So this is what I'm saying, my delicious little babies. You know, there's like you're all right. Hi, you're all right. It's all right. It's my neighbours from over the back. Sorry about that. I do get distracted, my delicious little babies are just waving to me. So yes, I mean, nobody deserves to pass away. Well, I suppose, I mean, if they've been really nasty as a leader, to, who they're, supposed to be looking after in their own countries. I mean, if they've been super duper flipping nasty all that time, well, I always say you live by it. You'll pass by it. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. And I do not mean that nastily. Okay. But, just because he wanted to, there we go, break away. Do you see what I mean? Yes. Because he wanted to do that. Well, and others were not liking. Do you say?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, he met his, God bless him, there we are, he met his passing, very sadly. But, then when you see how it ended up. But usually all of this, every single thing, we get back to the same thing. It's all about what's in somebody else's country, whether it's oil, whether it's, some other resources that countries have got that others want to steal.
Any richness in any other country, they have to have it.
Yes, that's the thing. And really, this must stop. There has to be a stop point. There we go, to put a stop on this. Because this greed, I've said it before and I say it again, sorry, excuse me, we've been living in a world, very sadly, where, others, they have to be top businessmen or top businesswomen, and they have to be, then you have a lot where, you got them where they were childless, and there we are, and everything like that, because they were too busy with the old ka-ching. Do you see? But what does that really bring you? It's just greed. And throughout this past, 3.5 years, we've seen everything, there we are, very crystal clear. Well, I mean, I've been talking about this for a long time, haven't I? To do with materialism and to do with different things, yes? But it just showed everybody in this part in history that it didn't matter how much ka-ching you had. The fact is, we're all the same. We go to the toilet the same. You do a shout the same. You wake up the same, you brush your teeth.
Everything?
You do there we go, you do everything the same. Nobody is better than anybody.
We all do the same thing every day.
That's right.
Every day.
But they wanted to put where it's material. I've been talking about this. I've really been talking, about this.
I think for the past 3 years.
It's seen a lot of things.
Things just went bad.
Yes.
Bad for 3 years.
Yes.
And that's what they wanted.
Well, they achieved a goal to a certain extent, I would say, purely by lying. My delicious, beautiful, dear little friend Kaz, our beautiful, delicious, dear little babies out there. Well, they achieved their goal to a degree. Yeah. But I also feel as though this is absolutely, which I do, and I'll stand by what I say. It's actually as well, there we go, backfired on them as well. It's just a figure of speech, my delicious little babies, but it's actually backfired as well.
That's what it should.
Do you say? And then you got the other business, just before we end our video, my delicious babies, we got the other thing where, these silly little Lego electric cars. And which, of course, are not selling as well as...
No, because they come on TV.
That's right.
Saying that, this car do this and this car, all brand new cars are coming out, but nobody's not buying them.
But what would they be using to, the electricity and that, yes? And who would they be using? But to do all of these? Do you see what I'm saying? So, one has to look at all of these different areas and angles here.
There's even mobility wrote to me and says to me, what do I think about electric cars? Yeah. So I don't like them.
I hope you said they're shite.
I just don't say I don't like Lego car.
No.
Because at the end of the day, right, you pay how many thousands to get it? Because it costs more than the other ordinary car.
Yeah.
And then after that now, and they said, no, it wouldn't cost me that much.
Yeah, but they're about as much use, let's just face it.
Well, who's going to stop there? Plug-in flipping car.
Yeah, for how long? And then they're breaking down. Then and then you got others and buses as well, Martin and Shook Babies out there, flipping setting on fire.
Yeah, I'm not having.
Do you see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, well, they're not really. I do not feel that they're really doing as well as what they had hoped to achieve. So they've done. They've done so much in the world. Yes, they're flipping well out, but other things, no.
Apparently, they said that. They want to get, the diesel and the petrol cars.
Yeah, but I've been saying this for months, haven't I?
To just have the electric.
But you see, but then they want to be able to. This is what I've been saying for months. Yes, they still want to be able to drive their cars of their choice. And they still want to be able to do and go where they please and do what they want, but they want to shove us all like little, God bless our little sardines in a can. Do you see? Because they do not feel that we, should be able to go where we want to go or to do what we want to do. No, they are not alike in this. Do you see?
They want to tell us what they want to tell us to do.
But the realisation is that, and I stand by what I say, I stand by everything what I say, my delicious babies, they're not finding this very easy. No, they're not. Okay? And certainly not to get chips put in our flipping noddles in our heads. Chips. I've been talking to you about this, my delicious, beautiful, dear little friend. You're forgetting what
chip in your head.
Yeah, it's all right. She forgets. Oh, God bless her. Because I give her so much information. Sometimes too much. Sometimes she gets a little bit bombarded. God bless her. And I'm telling her, giving her all the updates, and sometimes she forgets what I said. Yes, chips in the brain.
No, thank you.
You see?
Because I heard that it's like you have to do this on it. No.
Yeah. Do you say? But the thing is, I mean...
I'm not a robot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. None of us are robots. I mean, if we want to look at this in a different way, not talking about having a chip in our old noddles in our brains, but if we want to look at it a different way, okay? It's like when you go around to do your shopping, as an example. So you get your trolley or you get your basket and you're all walking in a certain line and you're all doing... So in a way, they got us to be like sort of a different version of a robot, to do you see what I mean? Everything has to be in single file, in single line and things like this, okay? I mean, look at all of the beautiful little animals. I've been saying this, that they've been experimenting on over the decades and God bless them, they've all passed away. So really, what would they hope to achieve with us? Do you see what I'm saying, Jamad and the babies? I just feel that they've got too much ka-ching and too much time on their hands to be, thinking about doing something really nice in their lives. It's like they constantly just want to make our lives flipping hell.
Well, that's what they want.
Do you see?
They want to rule us, you see.
Yeah, but it's like a book, isn't it? And I said it before, I say it again before I end our video, my beautiful, delicious, dear little friend Kaz, our beautiful, delicious little babies out there. There has to be a beginning, there has to be a middle, there we go, and there has to be an end, okay? So there has to be an end to this. But I still say that they're not going to get away with it, because let's just see how many want a chip in their flipping head. I mean, in Sweden, and I knew this back years ago, and they're putting, and these young ones, you know, thinking, oh, it's all flipping exciting. But then, I mean, there were so many videos going around, you know, where like, you know, and they could like to unlock themselves or to unlock something, and they found they couldn't flip in, it wouldn't work. Do you see what I'm saying, Shmad, delicious little baby? So what I'm saying is that I really just do not feel at all that they're going to be able to pull this off. Not a chance.
It's a frightening.
You know, who is, it's, well, yes, because many will be frightened.
Because imagine here.
Yeah.
You can put a
please and thanks,
a penny there, and it just roll up and down.
Yes, I had it with, do you remember that dear lady who come to me for healing?
Yeah.
And
you can't get it out.
And she said, you know, and I said to her, and I said, well, can I get a magnet? And she went, yeah, try it, yeah. And she could feel, when I was doing the healing, oh, God bless her, she had, well, she's still got multiple sclerosis. I mean, she's only like in her early 30s. God bless her. And she said, yes, we'll try. And I put the magnet there when she was on the healing couch. This is months ago. And I put the magnet there. And she said, oh, I can really feel the pull. She could feel the pull. She said it felt sore, you know, when I put, but I put it on the one arm. And she never felt anything. She said, because she couldn't remember which arm
they put it in.
Yes. So, and then of course she said, oh, it's not on that one. No, so then I tried this one, and you can feel the pull. Yeah, and she said, well, is there any way I can get it? You say, but
if it was bloody hell, everybody would be doing the same thing to have it. You know what I mean?
But yes, but if they went to, like, only a figure of speech matters, if they went to Joe Public and said, well, would you like to have a chip in your flipping noddle in your brain? How many, in reality, would say yes?
No, not really.
I'm not getting anything across my shoulders, my delicious babies. So that's what I said. I do not feel that they're going to be able to pull this off. Yes, they've managed to kind of, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, with some of the old chips in the hand, because that is true, my delicious babies, yes. But, of course, when others have found out this, yes, but when they're saying, oh, yeah, to put it into your...
Hey, no, sorry.
I mean, what planet are they on? I mean, they're not on our planet. They must be on planet Nanu, because they're certainly not on our planet, are they?
I think they just make things up as they go along.
I just think that they've just got more...
Yeah, not for no.
That's, yeah. So, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's just find another way just to...
Yeah. I'll see if we can put in their heads. Which I know you can't put in anybody's head unless they're going to volunteer to do it.
Well, and they'd have to be totally... And I do not like this word, my delicious babies. They'd have to be total flipping, stupid flipping idiots for doing that.
Yeah,
please. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Bless me. So, bless me, one for the wish, okay? Anyway, so that's our video, my delicious little babies. Yes, so for any of you delicious little babies out there, thank you so very much once again for even listening to our videos, okay? Thank you, and God bless you all. But yes, if there's others out there who are not quite awake at this present time, you know, because there are still some, unfortunately, but please could you explain to them what's going on? Please and thank you, my delicious little babies, because this is very serious, okay? And if anybody has very sadly and have been taking a number of these old jabs, the old snake oil, please, I beg you with the Lord of mercy, please do not take any more, okay? Because it's certainly not designed to help you. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, so anyway, so until my next video and our next video. Okay, you want to say goodbye, my beautiful dear little cows?
Oh, goodbye, everybody.
Oh, yes, okay. And wishing you, wherever you are in the world, the most beautiful morning, afternoon and evening, wherever you are, okay? Please have a super duper time. You only get one life, okay? And you just look after yourselves now. Please take care of yourselves and try to take care of others, okay? Please give a listening ear as well. It's also very important. You know, there's always going to be somebody who needs to talk to somebody else, okay? Everybody needs somebody, okay? And some will be in the stages of isolating themselves, you know, because they're just not dealing with what's going on in the world very well, okay? And also, please try to smile at least once a day. A smile a day keeps the doctor away, okay? Just like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family, some friends or some work colleagues. Please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy and super duper delish, and that you love them also, okay? So until my next video, so much love to you all, my delicious little babies. God bless you all, okay? Look after yourselves and others. Thank you. Bye-bye.